Hello, so in 2024 my husband and I accepted an offer on our 2-bed flat, and we thought, as it's leasehold, we thought, oh, this might only take about 4 to 6 months, 6 months tops. It took a year. It took a whole year, hence why I've kind of been a little bit flaky online on YouTube. It has probably been the most testing year. Also coincided with the first year of our marriage. But yes, I'm proud to report that we are still married and just about. Thankfully, we ended up buying the house. We ended up going through 3 house purchases. The buying and selling process in the UK is just horrendous. It's awful. It's the ghetto. It's the pits. It makes me sick even thinking about it. I don't even want to think about it. So yeah, anyways, just a bit of context. So at the start of this video, it will go into the next clip of me talking about the house after we had a viewing on the house and my thoughts and stuff like that. House we just saw today, we saw 2 houses. This came up on the market during the time when we were still purchasing the other house. And I'm not gonna lie to you, my head was turned. Like, as soon as I got the email from the estate agent, my head was completely turned. And the next day I actually did book a viewing, but then cancelled it because I felt really guilty because we were going through this purchase. So we've gone and seen it today. I'm completely in love with it. Completely. It is literally, I feel like I'm gonna cry. It's been a really emotional week. Like, I'm scared because I love this house so much. It's literally my dream house. It does need a little bit of work doing to it, and it's over our budget, unfortunately, but it's not massively over. It is a little bit over, but I'm hoping and praying that we're going to put an offer in tonight. I'm hoping and praying that they will see. Oh my god, the space, honestly, I love it. Did see another house after, but we both weren't keen on that one, to be honest. It was overpriced and small. But this one, oh my god, if we get this one, I will cry. Whereas I didn't feel like that with the one that we were buying. I was just like, oh, this will do, this is fine. This one, oh my god, like, I love it desperately. And I'm really upset because I love it too much, and I'm going to be really sad if we don't get it. Like, I'm going to be really sad. I'm just praying, please. Like, we've had just so much bad luck, like the second house purchase falling through. We've just had so much bad luck. There's been no offers made on this house at the moment, so hopefully, yeah, we'll be the first. We'll see. There might be some viewings tomorrow, I don't know, but yeah, we'll put an offer in and just see. I don't know, someone might be able to offer the full price, I don't know, but I pray, honestly, I pray, because that house is beautiful. So I'm just submitting the offer. So I mean, it's Friday night, so definitely won't hear anything for a while, but. Okay, I've put everything in. Alright. Oh gosh, I'm really scared. Right, let's just submit it. I think it's done. That's it. Done. Now we wait. I just thought I would do a house update. So I left you on a bit of a cliffhanger. Our offer was accepted yesterday and I was so pleased. It just feels so much better this time round. It's been a very busy morning. I've just been trying to get everything all together again. This is the 3rd time we're doing this now. The house is absolutely beautiful. It's got so much potential. It's literally our dream home. And yeah, once it's done, obviously when we move in, it's not, it needs to be, but I think just the layout of it and everything, as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is the house. Like, this is the one. Like, whereas with the first house we saw, we actually initially saw it and we were like, it was a bit dark and a bit dingy, but this one just feels right. It just feels right, Yeah, anyways, I have barely eaten today. I'm starving. I've just been going a million miles an hour. I've got a terrible headache, and yeah, I just thought I'd update it because
didn't say, but yeah, when we found out the offer was accepted, it literally took like 2 hours to accept the offer. And like, that's how you do it. The previous seller that we were trying to buy, she took like almost 3 weeks to accept offer. Whereas this one, yeah, literally I rang up 9:20, put the offer in, the revised offer, came back at like 12 or something to 12, and it was accepted. And I was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It was just so good. So good. But yeah, pleased. I'm so pleased. So pleased. Yeah, it is going to be a bit stressful. It's probably going to be stressful if there is like loads of delays, but I'm not looking forward to that part. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, thought I'd fill you in.
So finally our offer was accepted, which, yeah, we were just really pleased. But obviously this is the house buying process in the UK, and as this was the third property, we knew anything could happen. We were not celebrating. We just wanted to get through. So we were waiting months and months and months and months and months and months. And yeah, in this time we were just slowly packing a lot of my books away and stuff like that. So yeah, we were slowly packing, and it got to a point where we were ready for exchange, but it just kept getting pushed back, and it was just awful. So a bit of context: in the UK, literally, you do not, like, you can have the offer accepted, but until when you're ready to exchange contracts with the rest of the chain, it's not certain you are going to buy that house. It is not certain at all. Anything can happen where it can just fall through. For example, the first house we had our offer accepted on, we couldn't get a mortgage on it because it was in a high flood risk area, and the bank that we went with didn't accept that. Second one, the vendor, so the seller, took her house off the market because I just think it wasn't a good time for her to sell. And to be honest, I'm kind of glad she did, because we were upset, but then we didn't really love that house anyway. So it was very, very much a blessing in disguise. And then this one was the icing on the cake. It was the third time's a charm. We managed to get it, and we're so glad we did, because this is the best one out of the pile, in my opinion. Well, you know, we're going to be biased because we bought it. So yeah, until when you exchange, you can't do anything. You can't sort your insurances out. You can't, organise movers. Movers won't accept a deposit really from you until you've exchanged. So it was hell, and we had already agreed on a completion date, which once the completion date has been agreed by all parties, you have to commit to that date once you've exchanged. So it was coming really, really, really close to the wire, and we had a matter of days to get everything organised and prepared, and we were obviously both working at the time. It was just a shit show, if I'm honest with you. It was horrible. Lots and lots and lots of tears were shed. We were very, very stressed. We were just very over and done with it, because you've got to realise this is our entire lives, and yeah, so that happened.
I've reached the point where I am so burnt out. Look how dry my lips are. I don't know why I'm crying. I'm just so frustrated and so angry and upset, and I'm really run down because of all of this. I don't know why, like, we literally have to move on Monday, and I don't even know if it's going to happen.
So yeah, thankfully we exchanged. It was literally like an hour before the solicitors closed on the Friday, and we were moving on the Monday. So it was horrible. It was really, really horrible. We were so, stressed, but thankfully it's all behind us now.
That's pretty disgusting.
Managed successfully, even on the day when all the solicitors were sending the money and stuff, even that got messed up and effed up at some point, and it was just, oh my God, you literally couldn't write it. We had the absolute worst luck. Like, we had the worst luck when it came to this whole process. but I'm so glad it's like now behind us and we're in. So yeah, I will now leave, and I will introduce, no, now you'll see the rest of the video where I will go into the wrap up, and yeah, I guess there's just a bit more detail of our move. Actually, I don't know if I went into detail. I don't know. But, well, I guess maybe I can say it here. The reason why we moved was because we wanted more space. We were in a 2-bed flat, and we wanted a house, we wanted a garden, you know, thinking about getting a dog, maybe. Not now, but maybe in a couple of years. And yeah, we just wanted to feel a bit more settled in a home to grow with. We had just very much outgrown the flat, and it was just really time for a change. So, yeah. Oh, hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm back. Oh gosh, it's been a while. It's been a long journey. So yeah, just like that, I'm in the new house. So yeah, bought a house, we sold our flat, and we moved into this incredible, beautiful home which we are just so in love with. We're honestly so happy and so privileged and blessed that we've been able to buy this home. So yeah, just in the spare room, nothing's been decorated obviously. Yeah, we're just really settling in and finding our feet, and yeah, we've just really been enjoying the space. I have my own office, which hopefully you'll be able to see if I get around to filming a little office makeover or whatever. But yeah, I have my own office, we have a spare room, my husband has his own office, so yeah, plenty of space. Just been brilliant. Yeah, our neighbours are lovely, and just yeah, it's just been really lovely to just to wake up here. We feel really blessed and settled, and well, yeah, settling. We're not completely settled yet, but settling into the grooves of the house and everything. This is such an old house. It's 1800s. I think it's about 1880. Just wanted to let you know, yeah, I've moved. So that's why the channel, you know, has been a little bit quiet. And obviously I had some pre-filmed content which I'd filmed before, and I didn't want to put it up because I left a few Easter eggs in there. You know, I was patching up a lot of holes in the walls, and you know, there was boxes around, and I didn't want to put it up during the time of, you know, going through the whole process, because let me tell you, it was absolutely awful. I don't ever want to move ever again. It took us literally a year, and it was awful. Probably one of the worst experiences I've ever had. You know, I mean, I feel very blessed, and it's obviously a good problem to have because we've been very fortunate to buy a home, but the whole process was awful. I think you did see before a few clips, lots of tears. Yeah. I mean, I could write a book on how bad it was. Like, we just had the worst luck, but in the end it was perfect because we just love this home so much. But anyway, I'm here to give a little bit of a reading wrap up. I'm not sure, I probably will do my best books of 2024, but for now I need to catch up on the videos. So I'm going to be doing my reading wrap up for November because Christmas and everything got in the way, and so I'm going to be doing my reading wrap up. I haven't really read that much, to be honest, so I'm just going to go through these books now. The first one is Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver, and if you saw my latest video with my reading vlog of this, you obviously know that I rated this 5 stars. This is a phenomenal, gripping story about a young boy called Demon who is born to a young teenage mother who is a drug addict, and he is just thrust into the world of lots and lots of responsibility from a very young age. We see him battle so many things, and this book really explores the topics of child poverty, narcotics, sickness, health, all of that whole medical industry with that, and the exploitism of all of that. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, that kind of industry, and it really focuses on the opioid crisis as well. So incredible, fascinating book. This was heavily inspired by Charles Dickens' novel David Copperfield, I think. Is that right? I think that's it. I highly recommend you give this a read. It just takes you on such a journey. I felt like like I said in the reading vlog, I felt like this was a punch to the gut all the time. I was just really rooting for a demon. There were so many points in this book where I just had to stop and put it down because I was so frustrated. It really takes you on a journey. You feel every single emotion with this book. Weirdly and interestingly, I didn't actually cry reading this, which surprised me because I thought I was going to really cry. But don't get me wrong, I was upset. But yeah, I didn't cry, which is interesting. So yeah, I absolutely love this book. Definitely, if I do my top books of 2024, this has to go in there. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's brilliant. I can see why it's, critically acclaimed. It's definitely a must read for anybody who likes those, really gritty, hard stories. Yeah, this is definitely a must. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. And yeah, very, very happy to talk about it. The next book is Piglet by Lottie Hazel. And unfortunately, I gave this 2 stars out of 5. This was terrible, in my opinion. I'm so sorry. I don't like to bash books or anything, but this was really bad. Only thing I really did like about this book was the food description. So just a bit of context. Book is about a girl called, well, her name is called Piglet. I think we only find out her name actually in the end, but yeah, everybody calls her Piglet. And she is a food writer, I believe. And she is getting married to her fiance, and he reveals a huge secret a couple of weeks before their wedding day, and it's like a huge catastrophic secret, and we just kind of see how she navigates the secret. And yeah, I don't want to say too much because I really don't like it when people say too much of the plot and ruin the story. This was the biggest disappointment of 2024, I can't lie. And I bought the book for the cover. The American cover is much better because it's a big, fat, tasty Big Mac on the front. I mean, I'm not mad at the donuts, but yeah, the Big Mac looks way more tastier. But this was awful. I did not enjoy it. I plowed through it because I wanted to know what happens at the end. I thought, yeah, the narrative and the characters and the plot were awful. Yeah, the only thing I loved was the food descriptions, because she is, yeah, like a really good cook. And there's lots of, food writing in this, as she's a food writer. But I just thought this didn't. Actually, I'm going to save my words because, I don't want to get dragged, but no, absolutely not. No. The next book is New Animal by Ella Baxter. And again, sadly, this was a 2.5 stars as well. This was a really short book, so I, just wanted to kind of get my reading count up for the year, and I just did not enjoy this at all. So we follow Amelia, who is she's a cosmetic mortician, so she does the makeup of the deceased. But yeah, she works for her family's funeral parlour, and then something catastrophic happens with one of her family members, and then she kind of runs off to, Tasmania to be with her dad. And there's like a BDSM scene which she kind of falls into. This is all on the blurb, by the way. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it at all. It started off strong, but throughout the book I was really bored. I don't think I didn't get anything out of it. I really didn't get anything out of it. I thought it was going to be, and it probably is, under like the weird girl lit, which I'm not opposed to. I actually enjoyed like weird girl like lit books. Like I find them, really interesting. But this did not hit the spot for me, pardon the pun. It just wasn't up to code. And I think the protagonist was quite boring. I didn't really root for her, and nothing much really happened. It was one of those books where like I was reading it, but it wasn't going in. Yeah, I wouldn't read it again. So yeah, I can't recommend that one. The next one is If Beale Street Could Talk by the beloved James Baldwin, and I gave this 4 stars. So initially with this one, I really couldn't get into it. I was really struggling. I don't know why. I think I did struggle a little bit with Giovanni's Room as well. Probably just getting a bit more comfortable with James Baldwin's writing style. But once I was in, oh baby, I was hooked. This is a really good story. This is based in Harlem. So we follow Tish, who's 19 and she's pregnant. The partner's in jail and he's accused of RAP a woman. This just takes you, there's loads of flashbacks, and it just takes you on their love story and with their families and how they're, kind of their entanglement, and it's just really clever. And I really loved it. There was a lot of there was a lot of lines in here which I was shocked. Like, I think her family, especially her mum and her sisters, were like really I would not want to get on the wrong side of them. They were like really like effing and jeffing and like running their mouths, but rightly so, because I won't explain. But I mean, I won't ruin it too much. But her the guy Fonny, his family were a little bit. His mum was a little bit. So she kind of deserved to be called out a little bit and cussed out. So, but yeah, this is a really beautiful book. I loved how he wrote his characters, and it's a very tragic story, and the ending is just very much like, a bit like, oh gosh, very thought-provoking as well. So yeah, I mean, I immediately want to add all of James Baldwin's work definitely to my collection. So far I've been really enjoying his books. I mean, I've only read 2, but I'm liking what I'm reading at the moment. But yeah, this is a really great book, so I would highly recommend it. Hello, I'm back. I just forgot that I left a book out. So I forgot to mention, because I don't have the physical copy, I listened to it. I think it's a bit of a autobiography. So I listened to How Was It For You by Eve Smith, stories from a sex worker. So I thought this was really interesting. So yeah, basically it was about Eve Smith, obviously not her real name. She shares detailed accounts of her life and her job being an escort sex worker, and I thought it was really interesting. It has definitely changed my perspective of that whole industry. I won't tell you if it's changed for the good, like for good or bad or whatever, but yeah, it's definitely changed my perspective on that. And I didn't really rate it, because I tend to not really rate memoirs, autobiographies, because how can you rate somebody's life? But I guess in terms of like writing, maybe a 3. It wasn't the strongest writing, but the stories kept me engaged. Well, one thing I took from the book is maybe a little bit of a spoiler, but just how racist the industry is. For example, she worked in a brothel and they wouldn't let black men in at all. Like, at all. That really shocked me. So yeah, just that whole thing was, I didn't like that. And yeah, it was a good book. It was very eye-opening. And yeah, that industry is just, it's a big one. Obviously it's so big now. You've got OnlyFans as well. You've got the likes of Lily Phillips and the Bonnie Blues of this world who are just doing. That's a whole another topic for another day. But so that was another book I read, and hopefully I'll slot that in now before the ending. I don't know, but yeah, if the camera angle changes, you know why. I completely forgot about it. So yeah, that's it. That's my little life update. I think maybe going forward for 2025, I'm probably, because I've been taking a lot of breaks and I haven't been really consistent, and to be honest, I was kind of like, okay, I need to be more consistent. But to be honest with you, just because how life is different, I'm probably going to be cheating on books with interior design. I'm not going to lie, because I've got so many plans for this house and can't wait to put my own stamp on it and go crazy with wallpaper and prints. This is just going to be a very joyful, colourful home. Not that we couldn't do that in the old flat, but because we weren't going to be there, we knew we weren't going to be there for a long time, I just couldn't really put my own stamp on it. And also health-wise as well, I wasn't really up to doing all that stuff. But yeah, with this home, I just can't wait to decorate and stuff like that. But it's going to be very slow though, because we're kind of skint now. Going forward, I think in terms of like videos and content, I'm just gonna kind of just I don't know, you probably won't be seeing tons of videos from me, I can't lie. I don't think it's going to be once a week. It's probably looking at once a month now, if I'm being completely honest with you. I don't, even that might be a stretch. I don't want to overpromise. I said I was going to do a Q&A and I haven't. Just, life is very different for me now, and I just want to kind of do what I can when I can. And I don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself, because I can get really overwhelmed with it all. But you guys have been so lovely anyway. This is honestly just like a hobby which I enjoy, and I'm very, very grateful to have. So that's it from me. I just want to say thank you so much for everybody who has stuck around, who's left a comment, who subscribed. I honestly really appreciate you, and I can't believe I have this little platform, this little corner of the internet, and everybody's so lovely and friendly, and I just feel really lucky and honoured. And it's a great little community here. And I've been terrible. I don't respond to comments and emails, and I've just been really bad with my phone and getting back to people. And I don't know, I guess it's kind of normal. I just feel, don't you feel, it's going on a bit of a tangent now, don't you feel like we're kind of overstimulated? I, at a point, a couple of years ago, I had to turn all my notifications off on my phone, because it just overwhelmed me so much. Having to reply to long texts and stuff. Sometimes I feel bad when I don't reply within the day, and I'm terrible, and I always apologize. But I basically, I'm the person where I want to make sure I'm taking time out of my day to make sure I'm actually giving a good response and a good reply. Just sometimes you just feel a bit overwhelmed with life, and sometimes texts just get unanswered for weeks at a time, and it's just oh God. I hope everybody else, I hope other people feel like that as well, and it's not just me. Otherwise, I probably need to speak to somebody about that. Anyways, like I said, I don't know. I might do my top books for 2024, but we'll see. And then I need to do the Q&A as well. So I will get around to that at some point. And also I will show you my office space, because I've finally put most of my books away besides my red books. But my TBR and stuff has been put away. And I've just ordered another bookcase, 2 bookcases from IKEA. So that's exciting, because I have so much space now. I have so much space. It's just, it's great. Honestly, it's great. And as you can see, the sun is coming in. I can't tell you how excited I am that we have sun directly in our flat. It was just so dark. I actually haven't realised how it was really making me depressed, But anyways, that's another story for another day. I hope you guys are well, and I hope 2025 brings you greatness, and I hope 2025 brings you joy, and I hope you get to do something that you've never done before, and you get to experience some great things. So and on that note, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.